Hey everyone, I'm going to be playing some Don't Starve Shipwrecked. I'm going to be using Wigfrid, and in my experience you do a lot of running around and just scavenging food from the different islands. But with Wigfrid it's a little bit different. You obviously can't eat non-meat based food, so you do need to get a crock pot going fairly quickly. So you'll need a little more stuff than you do with other characters to get started. So hopefully we get a pretty good layout. Maybe get some fast treasure. I do feel like there should be a cutscene explaining how I crashed so far inland. Alright, obviously having some weapons right off the bat is amazing, so being able to deal extra damage with the Valkyrie and having the good weapons up front is basically cheating. Gonna make sure to only cut down the trees that are fully mature so as to get the most resources out of everything. Seashells are very useful, but I don't need them quite yet. And inventory space is at something of a premium early in the game. Oh, nothing down there. At least there's enough flint to make a machete. So I will be able to make a reasonable raft, because the log raft is pretty, it's pretty bad. Alright. I don't like, in the jungle, chopping down the vines and the bamboo, which is hidden from plain sight, because I'm always afraid there's going to be a venomous snake popping out and biting me that I will not be able to see and react to. Alright, I believe you need 3 vines and 4 bamboo to make the raft. Doesn't look like this is a very big starting island, so I'm just going to be taking off pretty much as quickly as possible. I like to set up in the rocky biome, dig up a bunch of gold. Wigfrid also, to keep her advantages, needs a steady supply of gold. So, yeah, and this island, as you guys can see, is, well, I guess we can go up to the very top. I can't remember if I actually did see the coast, or... Yeah! So the, birds wearing the pirate hats drop doubloons like regular birds drop seeds, from what I understand. I'm going to pick up just a bunch of grass and saplings to make sure I've got enough fire and tools to not die. And I'll be taking off pretty much immediately here. Alright, let's get exploring. So early, I like kind of seeing if I can follow shallow water around to different islands. But in this case, I might see if I can catch some waves and cover some distance. Yeah, looks like we're going to be able to do that. Alright, so far it's all just open water. Oh, here we go. One last speed boost. Alright, cool. Looks like it's pointing me down here. Yep. Alright, let's take a little gander first. No reason to jump right off if it's some tiny... Alright, I got a little... Ooh, yes, we got rocks, mangrove biome. Maybe we'll have water beefalo here. Yeah, almost too much to hope. Ooh, and a food island. Yeah, this is interesting. Alright, we're gonna hop off here and take a look at what we've got. Alright, so we do have gold magma piles. The food island is actually still useful with the Valkyrie, even though she can't directly eat the sweet potatoes, because it makes for pretty bountiful filler early in the game. If you find, spiders or want to just farm snakes for their monster meat. Although, in this case, oh, there is a gold rock. Awesome. Alright, need that one gold. Oh, there's a... Nice. Got a touchstone. So this island, unfortunately, is another pretty small one, I think, unless the food island obviously gives way into something else. I could potentially set up right here-ish. I think that's far enough inland that the tide wouldn't bother me at all. And it's obviously close enough to the touchstone to keep me alive. I'm for sure going to chop a little more wood here to get 4 palm leaves to make a little extra storage. That's basically an essential early game step, but I guess I could potentially skip that entirely and just make a backpack. But I don't have a lot of grass. I'm going to have to make a fire. I think I'm actually going to make the smaller bit of storage, even though it's obviously a little bit less efficient in the long run. I chop down coconut trees, palm trees, like it is my job, so I will have enough palm leaves to do as I wish. Alright. Doesn't really matter where I set this up. Grab a little bit of food. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and cook the 4 meat that I started with. Cooked meat items decay more slowly than uncooked meat items. Alright, I'm going to eat my limpets first, and then we'll eat the cooked meat as we go. I will go ahead and plant these coconuts. You can use them as filler in a crock pot, but I don't know. I find that I go through a lot of wood in Shipwrecked. It's obviously important to have all of your stuff in chests. When you have wind blowing around, you can have some real problems. I could actually set up kind of right here-ish. I'm definitely going to want to get a science machine down before night's over anyway. Oh, it's a little late for that. Alright, let me take a look at my... Oops. Take a look at my... Yeah, this is probably about right. I'll just set up right here. So there's my science machine. Alright. I want to make a shovel. And anything else I need for starters? I couldn't do the backpack too. Yeah, this is actually... I don't have anything else to use the stuff with anyway, but it was wasteful. Probably shouldn't have bothered. Alright, now I can use my shovel to get the most out of my trees, which is kind of a moot point right now, but Where'd my backpack go? Did I ever make it? It says I made it. Is it right here? It is right here. Okay. So I'm going to go explore the food island and see if we wind up... I don't need the seeds right now. If ever. See if we have a more substantial island here than what is apparent at the moment. Alright. Just going to grab these at 4. On the 5th shovel full, it can sometimes break and shoot fire everywhere and send everything you just dug up flying in many directions, which is a little annoying. Certainly not the end of the world, but not how you'd be choosing to do it. Oh, it goes to a jungle at least. Hopefully it doesn't have any monkeys. The monkeys are the absolute worst. I thought that turkeys were bad, but I would 100% trade to have the turkeys back. I assume they're not in Shipwrecked. I've played a bit at this point, and I still haven't seen any. But, and then again, I haven't really been hanging around berry bushes as much as I do in normal Don't Starve. Maybe the monkeys are on top of the turkeys, and that would be pretty horrible. Alright, that's enough grass for right now. Obviously it's here if I need it. Good to know. I'm going to cruise through here, look for any skeletons that might be around, look for any gold rocks. Try to dodge. Oh, here's a gold rock. Get pickaxe. Alright. Here's another gold rock. Oh no. So I have to decide what to do with these monkeys. My preliminary impulse is to just kill them and burn their home. Yeah, look at that berry bush. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're not gonna coexist. Wigfrid is channeling her inner Viking, burning down the home of relatively innocent monkeys. But if I gave them time, they would not acquit themselves well. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and start start hitting the monkeys. I eventually do want to kill them, but in the meantime I can make them throw their poop at me, which is not as useful as you may be used to if you played non-Shipwrecked Don't Starve, because, I don't know, the farms are pretty inefficient. You have to kind of keep moving around a lot in Shipwrecked, and you're just not around to tend to the farms as well as you would need to be able to maximize them. Alright, so that was not bad. We wound up with 17 rocks. We wound up with 6 gold. So we've got an extra spear and an extra helmet if we want it. We can make... yeah, we can make an alchemy engine. We're going to need a lot of trees to do that. Alright, so this island is done. It's not an exciting island. I'm not going to build a bunch of stuff here. I'll probably bust out the machete and pick up more bamboo and vines while I'm here, though. Yeah, honestly, I might not build anything else for a base camp on this island. I'll be respawning here, of course, so maybe I should leave myself a little bit of stuff. But I really don't want to bother. This is not an exciting island, and I have not found any messages in bottles yet. Pretty bitter about that. Haven't had very much luck with message in a bottle rates. Where is my... Alright, I have 2 vines at the moment. I always want to make sure I've got either enough vines on me to make a raft, or I have a raft crafted. But that doesn't look like it's in the cards. We should be fine. Alright, and this is getting to the point at... well, I guess we're pretty close to the point where food is going to start becoming an issue for Wigfrid. I have to find another place where I can set up that's got pretty bountiful rocks. I'm just going to go ahead and start burning this jungle. I need to get 6 charcoal. I don't want to deal with any kind of snake nonsense. I've never seen a snake fall out of a charcoal-y tree. And you try that again, monkey. It'll be the end of you. Okay. So I'm probably going to grab the 7th charcoal. Inventory space is at a premium, but eventually I'll be able to make a boomerang. I'm not even going to worry about the monkeys at this point. Let them be. So as of right now, I could just forget I built a science machine here, just kind of have it sitting around for when I die, if I die. Just abandon the island. Kind of like that, actually. And just build a normal campfire for tonight. Dig up this thing. Alright, so every 2 you dig, it spits more stuff out, and again, after 4, just pick it up, because on the 5th, yeah. First time that happened, I absolutely screamed. It was ridiculous. Alright. Back into the light. Alright, so let's take a look at our layout. We had small island here. Relatively big island here. Pretty good diversity of biomes, actually. I think I'll get in my wrap and just head north relative to where my everything is currently positioned. Yeah, I have enough stuff. I'll just take this torch, wait it out by the boat. Could jump on the boat. I don't want to risk setting it on fire though, so we'll just wait. We'll be patient. And there we go, we're at morning. Yeah, the nights are very short in the first couple of days. There's that message in a bottle I was looking for. Yeah, let's see what we got. Phew, mother of God. Okay. Well, let's head in that general direction and see what we find. And we're gonna have to sail around and through waves. Not a big deal, but this boat is pretty bad. If you have a sail, it's pretty hard to get caught, as long as you're not doing anything ultra risky like nighttime sailing. Trying to just move forward with like a boat lantern. Oh, there's an isosceles triangle. So this is the wormhole of Don't Starve Shipwrecked, and I'm just going to jump in it. I have a reasonable amount of sanity at this point, and I'm pretty far away from where I'm headed. I'm even further away from where I was headed, so I guess we'll go back through it. Alright, sanity wasted. That was not worth it. Alright. Maybe maybe we will find a brain stem thing to pick and get a bunch of sanity back. Probably not. They seem reasonably rare. Okay. So we've got pigs. Or pig, I should say. I have not confirmed quantity. Die pig. Yeah, and Wigfrid. Oh no. Wigfrid, I'm usually comfortable just tanking pigs. These pigs do charge though. Their attack patterns are a little bit different. Alright, so I got him. Alright, let's see if we can do this. We got a... Yep, okay. Yeah, he's got the punch to follow up the charge that I just, unfortunately, just never seem to expect. They're a little bit faster than the Don't Starve pigs. There we go. Alright, get a couple hits in. And he runs away. Now he comes back. Dodge. Swing. And yeah, he's already on the run. Can't seem to get his rhythm. I think I got one hit in there. There we go. That was not a pretty exchange. Alright, so grass really shouldn't be a problem in general on this run. Yeah, these light green islands are great for grass. Looks like this beach is relatively large. Oh, got a... Alright, there's that jungle. Finding some very diverse islands. Alright. I always like to stay on top of the wood supply. Never have too much of it. Oh, and we'll need more axe. Ooh, we are approaching twig crisis. So I have to remember to pick up any twigs I see, like these two on screen at the moment. I'm going to set down the empty bottle. You can make lights for your boat out of it, and I think you can use it in maybe some weapons or something. But I'm pretty far away from that point in the game. I'm not too worried about it. You can find empty bottles scattered in the oceans instead of messages in a bottle, and obviously you can also find additional messages in a bottle. So the goal here is to just get a bunch of wood, quite probably build another science machine, because this island looks very large, so it'll be safe to set up here for the flood season, which I've never played to. I've played pretty well through the stormy season, but I've never actually gotten to the flood stage, so I don't know how far up the water comes. I assume that this is a big enough island that if I set up at pretty much the center, that it'll be alright. And I do like this island because there's just a lot of stuff. A lot of just basic stuff. A good amount of limpet rocks. So I shouldn't be hurting for food. Yeah, this looks okay. Oh, and here's another mangrove. So if I were to set up a raft, I could just sail around in there. Take those resources. And there could potentially be water beefalo in there, which are good for more fertilizer, manure, but again, not as valuable as in the unshipwrecked version of Don't Starve. Nighttime is coming. Got a jellyfish here that wants to die. I will oblige it. Can I grab it? Yeah, I can grab it. Alright. Not too bad of a start. We're about to get over a stack of logs. So, between the alchemy engine and the bigger boats, you need just an immense number of logs. You have to craft like 6 boards for the boats and another pair of boards for the alchemy engine itself. So technically enough to do it right now, but I also have to make another science machine because I jumped the gun on it. What I should have probably done was stick with that 4-pack thatch pack and wait until I found a better island for the science machine. Oh well. Cutting it pretty close on night, but that's alright. Alright, we'll just set up a fire right here. You don't want to set it up too awful close to the water, so the tide comes in. Not 100% if the tide comes in this early. think there might be a couple days of a grace period here. So yeah, food's still a problem. But we're not dying of hunger just yet. Alright. Just for space reasons, I usually don't like to walk around with more than a stack of grass or twigs, but I do like to walk around with as close to a stack of them as I can get. Still real low on twigs. Let's take a quick look at the map. Yeah, we'll explore the rest of this island. Hopefully we'll find a rocky biome with a bunch of gold and whatnot. Otherwise we'll pick a spot to set up. Just kind of follow the coast down this way. Alright. Food. Come on, man. Don't make me chase you through the water. It's ridiculous. Just can't get his rhythm. There we go. Alright. Well, I could go try to find my fire again, try to dry off, but we'll be alright. We'll live. And yeah, the shovel is basically just a supplementary wood gathering tool the way I play with Wigfrid. Not a lot of moving stuff around, and maybe that's just Shipwrecked itself. It really seems like the game is designed to encourage you to jump island to island. Just kind of strip everything, leave, let it regrow, repeat. Seems like it rewards that style of play. Okay, well, we might as well just see the whole thing. Ooh, glad we did. A couple of limpets we would have missed. And we are not so well off that we can just skip free food. Alright, chop this thing down. Got a pretty good coconut stash going here. When I do find the place I want to set up my alchemy engine, there's going to be a lot of these trees hanging out. I believe they have to be planted in sand though, so I should keep that in mind. For that rocky biome, but I have to make sure it's got at least some amount of sand on it. That's kind of cool. It connects on both sides and it's got a little mangrove in the middle. Which actually... So you have to build yourself a dedicated boat if you want to get the resources out of it. It's a little interesting. Okay. Go this way. Just trying to explore the border. Make sure I don't miss anything. I don't think I'm gonna... Oh, wow, that's cool. Found a beehive. Actually, yeah, we'll do it. If a bee comes out here pretty quick, we'll pop it and then fight the killer bees. Getting stingers will allow you to make a boat repair kit. Oh, and there's a bee right now. Where are you going? Just want to give it a little room so I don't get swarmed and stung by billions. Oh my god. Alright, just gonna get him to sting. Move in. Yeah. If you do it right, you usually don't take damage since hitting the bees kind of stuns them. I'm just gonna take 4. It's enough for 2 boat repair kits. I'll take the honey for now. I might wind up dropping it if I need the space. Valkyrie can't eat it raw. So... Gotta get that crock pot going. I have 2 stacks of wood. I'm just gonna do it anyway, whatever. We're just gonna max out on wood. I don't think I'm gonna bother making another shovel to pick up these stumps. For space reasons, I just don't want to have another tool to carry around. I will bother to make another axe here, though. Yeah, and as you can see, as long as you keep chopping these things down, you'll never be out of palm leaves. You can use them to make sails and whatnot, but just take stacks of them and turn them into ash for healing salves if you're anything like where I wind up around day 30. And we'll grab a piece of grass number 40. Never have enough twigs. Well, let's just see this whole thing. This does seem to have kind of everything. Alright, so spiders, that's important. Oh wow, wow, okay, that actually is not a bad layout because you don't want like millions of snakes running around. This is a very manageable size of jungle area. I still don't think I'm going to set up here. There's a reasonable amount of rocks just laying free and hanging out, but I'm still going to go for one of those magma E-biomes. There's a lot of limpets laying around too. This is not a bad island. It just doesn't have exactly what I want. So I will be greedy. Although maybe I shouldn't be. Look how much stuff is just hanging out on this island. I think I actually might set up here, kind of by the spiders, so that they keep the spider nest keeps growing. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Then at the end of this day, I think we're gonna call that an episode. Build permanent fire pits. Get another science machine up immediately. Quick gold count. Should still be good. Alright, now you have to be a little mindful of how you craft your stuff. So I like to pick up the thing I'm refining and make sure that there's room for it in that way. I believe I need 1, 2, 3. I think I need 4 pieces of cut stone, so I have exactly enough for that at the moment. And I think I need 2 electrical doodads. And then this should be green. No, it's not green because I didn't make enough boards. Right. Forgot how much wood you actually need. Alright, there we go. Now I will make an alchemy engine. I'll set it up kind of by the fire. Looks good. When morning comes, we're going to go ahead, break a bunch of rocks, combine them with this charcoal, make ourselves a crock pot. And we're probably going to put these limpets in there 4 at a time and make seafood bisque. Probably eat this piece of meat solo, just to make sure our hunger doesn't give out whilst we're waiting for morning and gathering our crockpot rocks. So I'm just going to cut it right here, and I will see you guys in the next one.